Yeah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, to elder bishops, apostles in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and in sincerity, right? Risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners, who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson, right? And this is fair use, double 7-7, right? And you got the what they call UFOs, but these are very identifiable according to the Bible. They're identified objects, right, which are the chariots of Israel, right, which is the deliverance of the elect and the destruction of the 2/3 and the rest of the enemies, the heathen nations, starting with Esau, Edom, to be destroyed. Babylon the Great, primarily, right, and the Edomites, right, Esau, Edom, primarily, right, right, to bring salvation to the elect first, but unto the whole nation of Israel. So I'm going to play this, fair use, right? Educational purposes only, right? Fair use.
This is Dabu7. I want to share with you guys here some footage of this SpaceX explosion and some really weird anomalies around it. Call them UFOs, UAPs. Everyone on the ground had witnessed this. I was wondering if you guys had seen something similar. Now, here's a secondary clip, and this was caught down near Miami. And you can see the object coming into frame here, but there are all kinds of smaller objects that pop up in the sky around it. And this is what's raising the question. Were there UFOs, UAPs surrounding this right before?
Yeah, there's a couple of chariots. If I can get back to this. There's one slightly underneath the object. And there's another one a couple of paces back from the object that's underneath it. It's kind of like in that darker gray area. There's another chariot right behind it. And then the one above it, slightly above that, the SpaceX. And then, of course, that one. So there's about 4 chariots I see right there. Right? But there's about to be more, right?
It blew up. If so, we need to know. We need to know what caused this to come down. And what were these objects? How could they have been so close to it in the sky? Watch here as I put this into motion.
Yeah, that's 1.
They're all over the place.
2, 3.
They're all over the place. I'm going to play it again.
4.
You can see them lighting up. What are these objects? Mystery objects, UFOs, UAPs, all around the SpaceX flight before it blew up. Moments later, this is what they witnessed. You guys tell me, did you witness anything? Let me know. This was a crazy one. Crazy.
Yeah, I got another video I'm gonna show you. I guess some people seen it from a plane, and it was on Fox News. But people were on the plane and they seen some of you know, and it looked like it was a lot of chariots there too. If you kind of look close, I couldn't pause it or frame it, so you just have to look, you know, be observational, and then look, and you'll see a couple more chariots as this thing is blowing up everywhere, right? Look like you can still see the chariots around it.
Offers hourly employees health care on day one for the whole family.
Safety.
Should I go, Mom?
No, don't tell your mother anything.
Yeah, so this is Sky News, U.S. This is a SpaceX Starship rocket explode during test flight as space launch debris ground flights in Florida, right? So a lot of those people, they were in that plane, they were flying, they had to turn back around and be grounded, right? And it says SpaceX said the spaceship rocket experienced a rapid unscheduled disassembling, right? The angels, man, the angels came and disassembled that, man, real quick, and it was unscheduled, right? Because we're on the Most High schedule, right? And let's see what it says. During during ascent, flights were grounded. Ascent flights were grounded at some Florida airports as the result of debris, but operations are now running normally. Yeah, man. Let's see if this video will show for us. I don't know.
I want some soda.
Goddamn commercial.
VIP. I want it purple.
I'll mute it. All right, it's the commercial. Shit. Skip it. There we go.
Oh, I see the blue.
Wow, that is quite the... Hey guys, get back to the cockpit. Vehicle pitching downrange. You can see we've lost several engines and we've lost attitude control of the vehicle.
They're trying to explain it away. Now them chariots was there. Yeah, so this is Amos chapter 9, verse 1. You know, the power, which is the Most High Yahweh, right, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Judgment, unavoidable. Ooh, hey, see, and that's what's coming, man. That unavoidable judgment, man. A vision of the power of the Most High Yahweh at the altar, right? Which that's America, Babylon the Great, right? I like the way they did that. So I got the KJV right there, which is unavoidable judgment, basically, and then the altar, right? The power at the altar judgment, right? And so I'm gonna go into KJV first. It says, and I saw the Lord, the apostle always said Kyrie, right, standing upon the altar, right, which that's America, Babylon the Great is the altar. It's a great altar. It's about to be, prepared for sacrifice, right? And he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, right? And you're gonna have a great shaking via these ICBM missiles, right? But even before that, you're gonna have the birth pains, right? You're gonna have these earthquakes in diverse places, the uproars of the people. These are great shakings, right? Right before the major shakeup and breakup, right? Something that these camps that the Lord has put on an apostle to say that the Lord is going to shake up these camps, right? And we're starting to see that, right? And so that it says that the post may shake and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword, right? Because you're gonna have, uproars of the people, famine, all these different things is gonna happen, ensuing to the birth pains, right? And those that survive will be destroyed by the sword, which will be what the laser beam from the chariots, right? He that fleeth, right, of them shall not flee away, right? Right, in which we know that this is what these SpaceX is ultimately for to flee away, and he that escapeth shall not be delivered. And seeing we know that that's ultimately for their escape from of the unavoidable judgment, right? Right. So there's a vision of power at the altar, right? And that's American. And it says this, and I saw the vision of Kyrie, or which basically means the Lord, or Adawan, Lord, standing beside the altar. He said, strike the top of the temple columns so that the foundation will shake, right? And that's ultimately, it's going to be the ICBM missiles, right? But it's going to be a lot of, like I said, a lot of other little shakeups before that, which are the birth pains. All right, bring down the roof, right? Which it's not an actual literal roof. It's just it's actually it's just talking about this the society, right? The no, because they got their thing called a G summit, and the summit of a house will be what they call the roof, the point, right? That 1% that's ruling. The Lord's going to bring down that 1%, that elite, the elites, right? So it says, yeah, on the head of the people, right? And which we're seeing that now, because with the tariffs and the things that's happening, it's really affecting the people, right? But we know that the elite, right, according to this, they're going to escape. This is what the SpaceX is all about. But the Lord didn't say He was not going to make it difficult for them to create their escape, or their international their what's it called, their space stations, right? International space stations, because a lot of those things go, because when you as much as they're so-called beefing with each other, they're in cahoots with China as far as being in outer space. They're in cahoots with Russia with being in outer space. So this is really an international space station, right? Where all the countries are going to be in this, like there's a giant space station out there, right? And all these different elite men from different places in the world are going to be there, you know. Slovakia, upon the head of the people below, right? And right, because all you regular people, you're below, you're beneath them, right, so to speak, right? You're the ones who's gonna get the blunt of all these different things, because you're the ones who's in their military, you're the one who's their police officers, and then you're the one who's just their subjects. They're the ones who's facing these different things and paying the taxes and going through, you know, the so-called heartache and pain. And I will kill with the sword, right, with the laser beams from the chariots. And then, also, the Lord has, He could control. The Lord's the Father of everything, spirits, everything. He could put a spirit on anything, right? The robots, He could put a spirit inside the robot and control the robot to kill you. He could put a spirit inside an animal to kill you, or a man to kill you. So the Lord has many ways that He can use a sword to kill you, right? Put it inside your head, your mind, to off yourself, right? Yeah, you don't. There's no free will, right? Those who survive, no one will escape, man. And ultimately, that's really what it's coming down to. None of you are going to escape, right? Ultimately, you may escape the initial first, bombing, and the riots and things, because you're going to go into your international space stations, right? They're going to go into their bunkers, right? Because that's what this is about. It says though they dig into hell, right, which is the ground, right? Their bunkers, international bunkers, or their bunkers for the elite, right? Though they dig into hell, right, which is the ground, right? They dig their bunkers. Thence shall my hand take them, though they climb up into heaven, right? See, and that's dealing with the SpaceX, and of course, NASA, and all these different other ways that they have these so-called spaceships, so that way they can escape. Which they are gonna. Some of them are like the elite. A lot of the elites are gonna escape, but the Lord ain't gonna make it easy. That's why the chariots is popping up, letting them know, hey, look, we're here, right? The Lord's just doing a little flex on them, right? Ultimately, He's gonna allow some of them other ones to go through and make it, and then of course they're gonna get that pride all over again, right? But that's like a way of the Lord showing them something to humble themselves. But of course, Esau ain't gonna humble himself, right? And though they climb up into heaven, right, via SpaceX or NASA or whatever, thence will I bring them down, right, in the time of the first 1,000 years, that rulership, right? They're going to be the first fruits of slavery, right? So, right, that's beautiful. Because when you go into the NLT, look what it says right here. It says, even if they dig down to the place of the dead. What's that? When you go into that word, it's just talking about the ground. Sheol, meaning a grave. So someone dies. What do? You dig into the ground, which is the grave, and make them a grave, and you put them in the thing, and you put them, you bury them, right? Sheol is is the grave. So you see, we here, Amos 9:2, Amos 9:2 right here, right? So we're gonna come right here, go into the Strongs, right? Get the understanding. See, hell.
Strong's H 7585. Sheol, Sheol. And second entry, Sheol, Sheol.
Yes, Sheol or Sheol. I just call it Sheol, Sheol. But I mean, all depending on how you say it. But Sheol, there's no such thing as an underworld. That's something they made up. But grave, hell, pit. Now that makes sense. That's exactly what it is. It's just for dead bodies. Dig a grave, put the dead body in it, and then you go about your business, right? Right? That's all it's for. Let's see the root word, see if it goes into something. To ask, to borrow, beg. Favor, borrow. That's crazy. Tuh. That's crazy. But yeah, it's basically the grave, abode of the dead, right? See, the ground. So the house, abode means house, but was house for the dead, right? But the grave, right? Yeah. So basically, talking about their bunkers. They dig underground, fortify it, put some cements and concretes and another strong metals and whatever else that could withstand thousands of degrees of heat, right? Which is probably one of the reasons why they're so adamant to still the I don't know how to say it. Is it Iranium? Iranium? I'm not saying it right, but what they're taking from Haiti and the Congo, right? Which could withstand thousands degrees of heat, right? And it could be what they're trying to do to use to plate some of these doors and certain aspects of their bunkers, so that way they make it, right? Not to mention it's supposed to be worth 3 times more than gold, right? So that's a good reason, you know what I'm saying? Because it's profit, right? And I will reach down and pull them up, right? Into slavery, right? Right? Even if they climb up into heaven, right? The international space stations, right? And I will bring them down, right into the pits, right into slavery, right? Yeah. So this is Ezekiel chapter 36. I'm gonna do it in the NLT. It says, "This is what the sovereign Lord, which is Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, says: I will make Tyre," which really is talking about America, right? Because this might have been speaking of Tyre of ancient days, but America's taken on that port city or that merchant city, um, spirit of basically of Tyre, right? It says an uninhabited ruin, right? Because that's actually what's going to happen to America. America's going to be an uninhabited ruin because the place of Tyre right now, people live in that area, right? We go into the scriptures. Tyre is like a port city right off the coastline, and right just northwest of Israel, right in that area, right? And people live there right now. So that's not talking about Tyre, right? So an inhabited, so it's talking about America, right? An inhabited ruin, like many others, I will bury you beneath the terrible waves of enemy attacks. See, and that's what's going to happen to America, man. The Lord said, spare no arrows, right? Spare no arrows, right? Great seas, right? Which means people will swallow you, right? Dealing with all these different militaries, the armies, things that's going to come against America, Babylon the Great, which that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to escape, right? Right. And when they go into these bunkers and all these other different things, we're gonna basically, you have to go get them. And then the Lord said, I will send you to the pit to join those who descended there long ago. Your cities will lay in ruins, buried beneath the earth, right? Because that's how destroyed America's going to be. Like those in the pit who have entered the world of the dead, right? And that's basically what they're doing. That's you know in those bunkers, man. They're just they and some people who got their bunkers here, that's basically what it is. It's going to be their tomb, right? Because America, that the way the 200 million missiles and how hot it's going to be, right? The lava, the earthquakes, the different things that's going to happen. If you don't have a military grade bunker, you're not going to survive. Only those, the elite, right, are going to survive. You will have no, Slakia, you will have no place of respect, right? Yeah, you will have no place of respect here in the land of the living. See, and that's what's going to happen to Esau, man. He's going to go back to being the bower, and then even all the other nations are basically right now they've already started that hatred, but it's going to be like that even more in the kingdom. They're going to go back to being the basis of all mankind, right? With absolutely no respect, right? Right, because basically they're going to their bunkers, and I mean the main point was, of course, that being the one when they're gonna go into heaven with their bunkers in heaven, but they got just breaking this down as far as because they have their bunkers underground too, right? So this is Isaiah 24:18, and it shall come to pass that he who flee from the noise, right? And what noise is that? That's going to be them ICBM missiles, right? Right. That's ultimately that noise that they're trying to escape, right? They're trying to flee from, right? And they already have their bunkers. Just look it up. I remember when they were showing, what was it, $1 million bunkers, and then of course, these people who got real money, they they started showing off $1 billion bunkers. So you can look up $1 million bunkers, and then you can look up $1 billion bunkers. I mean, you're spending billions and millions of dollars on something, but then go, oh, nothing's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. Well, why are you building a $1 billion bunker? Why are you spending billions of dollars on a bunker if nothing's gonna happen? Right? Don't make sense, right? So, matter of fact, you know what? Why just say it and just show you, you know? because you know, it's a U.S. bunker company. See, there's a whole company surrounded bunkers for bunkers, right? Right. That's I'm not advertising anything because we have to have faith ultimately. Plus, we don't got no money like that. We don't got money like that. Hey, we have to lean on Yahweh Bashim Shai and Lord willing. You know, see right here, details a tour of a. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all that stuff they have in there. A swimming pool. All sorts. It's $30 million. Right. $30 million bunker. In what was it? Kansas City. Right. You know, you ain't spending $30 million for nothing, which that's going to be a graveyard for them, right? Because that ain't military grade or anything like that. It's just somebody, you know, I guess they're doing the best that they could do, right? Right. That one says it's $2 million bunker, $2 million driving bunker. Well, that's really definitely going to be your grave because you definitely don't have what you call them.
One man's vision of the ultimate survival retreat has become a reality. The survival condo is a luxurious underground bunker, complete with every imaginable amenity and designed to withstand the worst-case scenarios. With 15 floors spanning over 54,000 square feet and 200 feet underground, this bunker is an oasis in the face of nuclear disaster. With state-of-the-art technology and facilities including a medical bay, recreational facilities, and luxurious living quarters, this bunker can sustain 75 people for up to 5 years. So why wait for disaster to strike when you can live like a king underground? One man's vision of the ultimate survival.
Right. And he's at 200 feet under that's not deep enough, bro. When 200 million missiles are gonna hit this place, not to mention you got the volcanic eruptions of Yellowstone. You got the volcanic eruptions of was it they have big volcanic activity in Alaska, Salakia. My mind had to catch up with Alaska. That ain't gonna be good enough for you. And not to mention the way the missiles are gonna pelt and pelt and pelt and burn all this, and then another one's gonna hit and hit and hit. Bro, this is gonna be your graveyard, bro. That's not military grade. That's not. I mean, it's cool as an idea, but for what it's worth, that ain't gonna help you, bro. It ain't gonna help. Right? Right? Just showing you. You know. But see, but people who you're gonna do it, and that's why they're super elite, right? Yeah. So we're right here. Look, see right here. Doomsday billionaires. Doomsday bunker built for billionaires, right? Bunkers, billionaires, right? Bunkers for billionaires, right? Oh yeah, Rick Ross was supposed to be building him a bunker, right? Which is going to be his tombstone, right? Yeah, Zuckerberg builds a $270 million doomsday bunker in Hawaii, which, yeah, he's going to be destroyed, bro. That's not going to help you, right? They have the volcanoes. That's what they're forgetting. When the missiles hit and all these different things happen and the volcanoes erupt alongside of that, which is going to make more heat. And then where do your bunker escape from the molten lava that can go through the earth crevices? And then you have all these different other things that can happen, right? But this is basically what they're showing you. So You have $1 million bunkers, $1 billion bunkers, right? So this was even on inside edition, right? That's like a regular. So let's see that real quick. Ah, shucks. Let me turn it down. Okay. Okay.
Different species of plants, lettuces, tomatoes, carrots.
We're heading deep below for the wealth. You're in the middle of nowhere, rural Kansas, the site of an abandoned nuclear missile silo. Armed security patrol the entrance to a doomsday bunker that's reserved for the wealthy elite, and sales are booming.
Since the election of Donald Trump, we've seen a whole new demographic of people calling in, people that didn't know we existed before.
Larry Hall is the owner of the Survival Condo Project. These 16,000-pound doors lock you inside. We're heading deep below the surface of the earth into an underground bunker like no other.
We are in a typical full-floor residential unit, and even though we are more than 100 feet underground right now, you can see that it's certainly not a claustrophobic area.
12 luxurious condos exist here with fireplaces, high-end appliances, jacuzzis, even windows. Yes, windows. High-definition TVs broadcast a live feed of the outside world right into your living room. The price tag for this 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo, $2.3 million.
Well, as the sign says, welcome to the beach.
And look at this. It's a swimming pool with a slide and waterfall. Other common areas include a movie theater, rock climbing wall, and shooting range. There's even a farm that grows all the fresh fruits and vegetables you'll need.
This can grow up to 70 different species of plants, lettuces, tomatoes, carrots.
The bunker runs on power sources like wind and diesel generators.
We have enough fuel to run these diesels for 2.5 years.
Plenty of time to ride out worldwide chaos should it ever erupt.
Oh, no. According to, you need more than that, bro. The Lord says it's going to be 1,000 years. 1,000. So you need more fuel than that, which that's not going to happen either. Because, right, we're going to get to it real quick. Right. So, as so they're going to flee. So what noise are they fleeing from? From the ICBM missiles, right? From the terror, right, of the Lord, right? Trying to, right? Then, yeah, and it should come to pass that he who flee from the noise, right, the ICBM missiles, and from the fear, shall fall into the pit, right, which basically your grave. A lot of those bunkers are just going to be their grave, which, right, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit, right, which is going to be the elite. The elite is going to come out from the midst of the pit, but they're going to come out in chains, right? Shall be taken in snares, right? You're going to get put right into chains, right? For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake, right? From the ICBM missiles, man. And so this whole thing is gonna take a it's gonna be the Lord, what do they call it, a overhaul, right? The Lord's gonna make a overhaul, or what do they call it when you do a house, a renovation, right? The earth is gonna be renovated. It's gonna be new, kainos, a freshing, right? Yeah, so this is Obadiah chapter 1. Start at 3. It says, and the pride of thy heart, right, which is La'ab, your mind, have deceived thee, thus that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock, right, which started with Mount Seir, but then, of course, the Caucasus, right, Captain Caveman, right, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, La'ab, his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thus exalt thyself as the eagle, right? Dealing with Greece, Rome, Spain, right? America, right? All these so-called great Edomite cultures, right? You exalt yourself as the eagle. And thus what? Setteth thy nest amongst what? What's a nest? Where the bird, they nest, they so-called sleep there. They live there, right? And though thus sit thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, right? So they got their space station in up in the heavens, so to speak, right? They got these international space stations, right? So they can live living quarters and stuff like that in the international space stations, right? So they can live and so-called wait out doomsday, right? But the Lord's gonna bring them down, right? They're gonna go into slavery. They're going to be snared, right? Yeah. So this is Psalms 149 and 7. So to execute vengeance, right? Because this ultimately this is the vengeance of the Lord, of Yahweh, upon the heathen, right? So all these heathen are gonna go through this, but the main chief heathen is Esau, Edom, right? And punishments upon the people to bind their kings with chains and their nobles, right? Your great so-called great men, right? The ones who got these billion-dollar bunkers, who got enough money, because he said it's a several different floors of for the bunker, and each person can basically pay their way in there. So you can, you spend 2.3 million to basically pay for your way, so you could live in there, so you could be safe, right? But I believe, because he said only 200 feet or 100 feet underground. That ain't, you ain't down enough, especially once that thing come from the sky, and the force that it's gonna have once it hits the ground, and then you have another nuke to hit the ground in the same spot. Then you have another one, and then another one, and then another one, and another. When you're talking 200 million, you know how many missiles are gonna hit that same spot over and over and over and over and over again, with the impact of thousands and thousands of degrees of heat. And so it's already, say it's 1,000 degrees heat. Another one hits. Well, how many thousand degrees you think that's going to turn into? It ain't going to be 2,000. It's going to be more like 2,500 or 2,800. Then another one hit. It ain't going to go to 3,000. It's gonna go up to maybe 3,500, 3,800, 4,000 degrees heat. You're talking heat on top of heat on top of heat. Then, like I said, you got dude over there, Zuckerberg, is it Zuckerberg, whatever his name is, building in Hawaii with all the volcano actions that happen in Hawaii. I mean, I don't know if the Lord do say the islands will be removed out of their place. So, hey, man, yeah, it ain't looking too good. You think you can go build an island and you're gonna be okay? I mean, build up a bunker on an island and you're gonna be all right. That's crazy. But to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, right? That's what you had. You put a yoke of iron upon our neck until we were destroyed. Hey, that same thing has to happen to you. To execute upon them the judgment written. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. It was already preordained. The judgment written this honor have all the saints, and saints are Israelites. By the way, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, by proxy of elimination, you are saints of the Most High, but it's only the Lord's only dealing with the elect of the Most High at this point, right? All Israel shall be saved, but you chalking it up that you just an Israelite, and that's okay. I'll come back in the kingdom type situation. Hey, you got the wrong mentality, man. Because this is an honor. This is the honor. Have all his saints, right? The elect. Praise ye Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, right? That's ultimately, yeah. Hey, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, 144. Hey, that's 144 right now. Hey, beautiful, right? Yeah. So this is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will Yahweh, right? The Most High, which means He exists, the existing one, right? Bahasham, right, which means in the name. Yahweh Shai, which means He, salvation, right? Of hosts, right? Meaning armies of hosts. And the armies defend, right? And what do you do when you're defending? You're saving somebody. So Yahweh Shai is coming to be our salvation, right? Yahweh Shai, which a nomen omen, which is His name. He is salvation. He is salvation. Defend Jerusalem, right? And we're a people before a place, right? So no matter where we're at, we are Jerusalem, right? Defending. Also will He what? Deliver, right? He saves, delivers, right? Deliver it, and passing over, He will preserve it, right? So He's coming to protect us, right? And those chariots, what they call UFOs, are gonna come uniformed, like you see birds when they fly north, right? Or south, I mean. Or north, right? Sometimes they fly back north. But the norm thing is to say when the winter comes, they fly south to warmer weather, right? And they fly in that formation, and that leading bird is in front, and that's how the Lord is going to show you that He's finna He's about to bring those chariots, and you've seen those chariots right beside the SpaceX, sending forth some type of force or something, and blew that thing up, man. It exploded, but they're trying to explain it away. Oh, one of our engines were down, and one of this and that happened. Yeah, whatever. You're making up nonsense, right? So, Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. It says, "Then I turned and lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And He said unto me, What seest thus? And I answered, I see a flying roll," which is talking about a chariot, what they call UFOs, UAPs, which is a chariot. "The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof are 10 cubits." Right? So it's a decent size, but not super big. But it's a good sized chariot. You go ahead and do the math. It says, "Then said He unto me," which is the angel, "This is the curse," right? That's a curse to Esau, right? You see that SpaceX, and the chariots were right next to the SpaceX, and SpaceX blew up, right? The chariots was right there, man. It was I counted at least 4 chariots right next to SpaceX. So it's showing you that the Lord is flexing on these devils, man. Right? So they're gonna have their little thing. They're gonna be able to go into outer space and have their little, their time in space. So the Lord can prove that He's gonna come and get them out of their bunkers and put them in chains, right? But the Lord ain't gonna just make it easy. The Lord's gonna flex on them a little bit, right? True flexing, right? Right? Not just showing some money and showing yourself selling drugs online, right? Showing yourself selling drugs online, or the police is gonna catch you being dumb niggas, man. Right? The Lord shows a real flex, right? Show you what a real Israelite looks like, right? Flexing on you, right? Taking down your little SpaceX. It's no thing to the Most High, right? Right? And then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. The whole earth, man. Chariots are everywhere. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off on this side according to it. And man, and the greatest thief is the self-proclaimed so-called white man who stole America from the from our brothers. Not just Gad, stole it from Ephraim, stole it from Manasseh, right? Stole it from Reuben, Issachar, right? Our brothers, right? But not just that, right? From us, Europe, South Africa, right? They stole Hong Kong. What is it? Australia. This is the thief that went upon the whole earth, stealing everything, man. What, you think you're gonna get away with it? No, the Most High is gonna judge you. So judgment is there. So he's showing you, he's flexing to let you know your judgment is so right around the corner. So that's why they're speeding this thing up to push forth that charagma, man. They know that they got but a short time, and that proves that they got a short time. That those chariots are right there, right? And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off on that side according to it. And this devil has you going to their courtroom swearing on the Bible, right? When the Lord said you're not supposed to be swearing, you have no way to make one hair what the Lord said, one hair gray or black. You don't have that power. You know what I'm saying? You can't change your stature. You can't go from tall to short because you thought of it or because you wanted to, right? You don't have that power, which we will in the kingdom. We'll be able to change ourselves tall, short, whatever we want to do. Disappear, reappear. We're gonna have that ability, man, in the kingdom real soon, right? But you don't have that here, especially you devils. You'll never have it, right? So this is that curse that's showing you the Lord's flexing on you, man. It's that curse that goeth upon the whole earth against you Edomites, man. Against you devils, you niggas and you nigga women, man. The Lord's coming to judge you, man. Yeah, so this is Luke chapter 21, verse 28, 27, Salakia. But the point is in 28, but I'm gonna start at 27. It says Luke 21 and 27. Then shall they see the Son of Man, right? Which is who they ignorantly call JC, right? Which his real name is Yahweh Shai, right? Coming in a cloud, right? Which is what they call UFOs, UAPs, which are what the chariots of the Most High, the vehicles of God, right? With power and great glory, right? Whew. Yahweh Shai is coming with power and great glory. Then, and when these things begin to come to pass, right? Because that's already showing you the Lord's flexing, man. He's showing you that he's here. He's around. He's coming. He's close. He's near, right? So when these things begin to come to pass, then look up. See? And this is the time for us to start looking. You look up and lift up your heads, right? Because that's what he told Zechariah, right? That's what Zechariah said. I looked up and lifted up and looked, right? Looked up. He looked up. Said, look, then look up and lift up your heads, for your what? Redemption draweth nigh, right? So that's what the Lord says. He's going to come like birds that fly to basically to deliver his elect. So with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. The elder bishops, apostles in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathiam, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence, and a Baba Ball and Kwam Yasharallah.